USL action heating up as we head down the stretch as we welcome you to WakeMed Soccer Park Salem Stadium in Cary, North Carolina. Nashville SC in town to take on Alex Tambakis and North Carolina FC. It'll feel like a playoff match tonight. Daniel Rios sitting on 15 goals. He needs to score a couple tonight for North Carolina FC. And hello again, everybody. Dean Linke along with my college and MLS Cup champion friend Jason Gary. And Jason, it's going to feel like a playoff game. North Carolina FC 4 points outside of Nashville. They almost have to win this one.
Yeah, absolutely. For me, it's a must-win game for North Carolina FC. Nashville sitting in that 8th spot. That's where North Carolina needs to be. So it's going to be a pretty intense game here tonight. North Carolina's got to bounce back from a pretty disappointing result last week and get a result here tonight, get 3 points.
Well, they looked good against Charlotte, and one of the keys was the human highlight reel. T. Shipolani was in the starting lineup in that 6-2 win.
Yeah, absolutely. He has been electric since he's actually come back into this team. He's so dangerous coming down either the right-hand or left-hand side. He's able to do that step-over move that he's famous for, get balls in the box, and he just creates a little bit of a different atmosphere for North Carolina FC as they're going forward.
He's on the left side. That means Kyle Becker will be on the right side.
Yeah, and Becker, he likes to tuck in. He starts out on the right side, comes inside a lot, so he's going to look to combine with those attacking players with Daniel Rios and new signing Zach Steinberger, who had an unbelievable first game and then a tough one last week, but Kyle Becker's going to be an influential player in the midfield for North Carolina FC.
Nashville SC a couple years away from going to Major League Soccer. They are led in the midfield by a true number 10 who wears number 10.
Yeah, you got it right, Dean. Lebo Maloto, he is so dangerous in that attacking center midfielder role. A classic number 10. He can get forward. He's going to combine. He creates a lot of assists, a lot of goal-scoring opportunities, and he's also got the technical ability to finish himself. So he's their go-to guy there in the center midfield.
All right, North Carolina FC, Nashville SC. As we told you, this one for perhaps playoff implications. We'll have the lineups and the kickoff when we come back to WakeMed.
In soccer, every second is monumental. Every moment of the 90 minutes is backed up by months of training, hours of perfecting passes, weeks of tuning your touch. You put in the time searching for your next advantage. We provide the gear that helps you earn it.
Disaster can strike at any moment. But fortunately, Strategic Systems has got your back. Data has been compromised. Disaster recovery services from Strategic Systems will have you up and running in no time. Your data is critical. Protect it.
My name is Clint Dempsey, and I play for Seattle Sounders. If you played on a club team, it gave you an opportunity to get a scholarship in soccer. So going to Dallas, so we lived in Nacogdoches. I went for my first tryout, not really thinking I was going to make it, and ended up making the team. And then it was the reality set in. My parents were like, how are we going to afford this? How are we going to be able to drive 3 hours one way and 3 hours back? I was just lucky that I had parents who were crazy enough to drive me that far to get that coaching. See more at celebratingsoccer.com.
Welcome back to WakeMed Soccer Park Salem Stadium, Cary, North Carolina, as we get you set for North Carolina FC and Nashville SC. Alongside Jason Gary, I'm Dean Linke. And Jason, let's take a look at the starting lineup for the home team, North Carolina FC.
Yeah, looking pretty good here. Aaron Guillen sliding into center back with Connor Tobin. Stephen Miller moving back into right back. He's been playing a lot of right midfield this year. But with the addition of Zach Steinberger, Kyle Becker's taking up position there on the right-hand side. It's a pretty attacking-oriented lineup. T. Shipolani coming back, starting a game after he was a sub in the last game. So Daniel Rios will sit on 15 goals, Dean. If he can start putting some in the back of the net again, be in good shape moving forward.
Yeah, I like this lineup. Let's take a look at the lineup for Nashville SC as well. We already mentioned Maloto. Boy, Matt Pickens just had his third child, missed last week. He's a player captain as is Kimura.
Yeah, both those players go back to their days with Gary Smith when he was the head coach in MLS in Colorado. Matt Pickens, I saw him before the game. This is his 16th professional season in pro soccer, so ton of experience with him. And there's good players all across the field. A player that the North Carolina FC fans will be familiar with, Bolo Akinyoti, spent some time here with NCFC. He's starting tonight for Nashville.
Nashville led by Gary Smith. You think about the 2010 Colorado Rapids. He was the top man winning the MLS Cup and then was let go the next year. On that team, Matt Pickens and Kosuke Kimura, who are they're actually coaches and players. They're on the assistant coaching list. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, you got to love it. And Colorado hasn't really been the same since Gary Smith left, winning that MLS Cup with a great run. And they haven't been able to figure it out so far with that MLS squad. But Gary Smith, great head coach. He's going to be asked. That's a great point, Dean, that he brought in some of his older players to be that kind of assistant coach bridge to this jump to MLS that's going to happen pretty soon here. And you see Coach Colin Clark. He just needs his team to play better. They played great 2 weeks ago. Last week was a big letdown. We'll see if they come out with the same type of intensity they did against Charlotte a few weeks ago.
Colin Clark, 91, 77, and 56 ties, now in his 7th season as head coach of North Carolina FC. Assisted by DeJuan Bader, Greg Shields, Nick Platter, and Michael Malazzo. North Carolina FC in their dark blue home jerseys, Nashville SC, and their bright yellows. Those things will pop out here, won't they?
Tell you what, we got accused back in playing with Columbus Crew. We looked like a bunch of highlighters on the field, you know.
That's right. You're used to that yellow,
this
gold,
is a little
and black,
bit darker,
right?
a little bit darker yellow than the bright yellow of Columbus.
Taylor, who's been so good at right back, showing his versatility, moving over to left back. And Becker actually starting on the left side. It's Shipolani starting on the right side. Colin Clark thought it might be the other way, but they'll flip-flop throughout this game.
Yeah, but I do like the idea of putting T. Shipolani on the right-hand side. He's a right-footed player. He's much more comfortable doing that step over and putting in crosses with his right foot.
Nashville SC coming off what you would call a disappointing loss to Charlotte. This was after North Carolina FC put a beat down on Charlotte, right?
You say in Louisiana, they stomped a mud hole in them. I don't know how many people get that right. Stomp a mud hole in them. You know? That was a tough one for Charlotte. They couldn't get it going, and North Carolina FC was on fire. Their finishing was on point. Scored 6 goals. It was a great night for them. We have a lot of bayous and low-lying areas, Dean, in Louisiana.
Love it. How did LSU do today against that tough opponent?
They haven't played them yet, but
okay.
Hopefully 4 or 5 touchdown win.
Southwest Louisiana or something like that,
yeah,
right?
Southeastern, man.
There you go. Another tough game for LSU. Middle of the park, Steinberger, that great debut against Charlotte, 2 goals and an assist. Here comes T. Shipolani. So many years wore that number 11. Lolito Fernandez had it when he was re-signed midway through this season, so he doubled it up to the 2s, 22. Here's Becker. It's 3 minutes in, early doors here, Wake Med Soccer Park. Becker. And Jason Garrett, we talk about the fact that, must-win game, by the standings is not necessarily a must-win, but, man, you don't want to leak too much, right? I mean, particularly with Nashville sitting 4 ahead of you, you grab that 3, hold them right there, you're only 1 behind them.
Yeah, it feels like a must-win, Dean, because they've got to go, after this game, they've got to go 3 games on the road, which is just very difficult, coming in to close out the season. So it's crucially important that not only you get 3 points, but you deny Nashville the opportunity to gain points on you as well.
Great point. They got to go to Penn FC, Atlanta United 2, and Charleston, North Carolina FC does. This played back to the big man, Pickens. Pickens, tell you what, he was a solid Major League Soccer goalkeeper.
He sure was. And anytime, any professional sport, he's played 16 pro seasons, which is just unbelievable.
Of course, the biggest question of the day is, did he ever turn around and pick a Jason Gary shot out of the back of the net?
Yes, he did.
He did. There you go. You knew it was coming.
Yes, he did.
Were you with Columbus then, or with
Columbus.
Houston then? Okay. And he was playing for
Colorado.
Colorado. There you go. What do you remember about the goal? Header, left foot, right foot?
Yeah, it was kind of more like a breakaway, and I touched it past him, and he absolutely cleaned me out, just crushed me. But the ball in the back of the net.
Becker's going to shoot it. And Pickens had that near post covered, pulled his arm back, knew where he was, and it'll be a goal kick.
Yeah, good attack there from North Carolina FC. You can see Kyle Becker, he's so comfortable. Good hold-up play from Daniel Rios. And Kyle Becker, he's great cutting in on the inside. Hitting that with his right foot, tries to catch Matt Pickens cheating. Pickens had it all the way, though. See how he laid his arm out but pulled it so as not to give up a corner kick. Good early signs getting Kyle Becker involved early for North Carolina FC.
Walking you up to the 5th minute. Great to spend some time with Mike Jacobs, the technical director, before the game. He was an assistant coach under John Rennie at Duke. Speaking of Duke, Robbie Church will join me in the booth for the North Carolina Courage game after this one. And then Mike Jacobs went on to Evansville, where he had pretty good success for a mid-major, then was with Sporting, and now is the technical director for Nashville, which is a big job when you think about the fact that they at least have an extra year. Cincinnati, they got to roll right into MLS next year. This club gets one more year before they start MLS play in 2020.
Yeah, a little bit of time to build up, acquire the type of players you want to acquire, but a lot of these guys that are playing on the field tonight for Nashville are thinking about that jump to MLS. Can they stick around? Can they be one of those 3 or 4 players that generally USL teams keep when they make the jump? So pretty much every day, every game's a tryout for a lot of these guys to see if they can move up a league.
Yeah, it's shaping up more like what Orlando did as they got ready to make the jump for Major League Soccer. Right side, Shipolani. Hard tackle coming in there, cleaned out by Justin Davis. Rio sitting on those 15 goals that Jason Gary told you about. Becker back to Smith. Taylor.
Yeah, it's good pressure here from Nashville all over the field. You could tell they're alert, they're well organized. Coach Gary Smith has got them set up in that formation where it's difficult to break them down.
So Pickens and Kimura are player coaches. I don't know why it was so hard for me to say that. They're player coaches. I apologize.
It's really unusual to have 2. Sometimes you'll have 1, but to have 2 on one team, pretty remarkable, and both of them starting.
Switch it far side here. Nice little ball dropped in over to Kimura. Making that run. He'll cross it, hit it too hard. Miller, who's been so good at the midfield, has been pushed back to that right back position. Miller pops it long to Rios. Rios held up right there. Referee's going to play advantage. Great ball slanted over to Becker. Becker now on it. Becker's got Deleuze coming. He'll drop it to Deleuze, and Deleuze ran out of steam. It'll go off of Nashville.
Yeah, Becker needed to take it one more touch, one more second to wait for Austin Deleuze to continue that run. I think it would have been on. Just played it a little bit too early for me.
I love how Rio stayed with that long ball from Miller a moment ago.
Yeah, it didn't look like he was going to get on it, but he found a way to fight off the defender. This is good stuff from North Carolina FC.
Bolu Akinyodi. Forgot how big he is.
Yeah.
He's a big boy.
He's a physical presence. Because the problem when he played here, just inconsistency in play and not able to connect the passes. Coach Colin Clark and assistant coach DeJuan Bader, they wanted a player in there that can connect passes. They've got that in Graham Smith, I think, after finding him really out of nowhere.
Of course, second time these two teams have met. They met back in June on a Saturday night. It was 0-0, and then Nashville won a free kick with just seconds remaining in stoppage, and it fell to the feet of Mensah, who blasted in the walk-off goal for a 1-0 heartbreaker over North Carolina FC. Kept alive. It'll be picked up by Tambakis. Jason, your thoughts on Tambakis in goal this year for North Carolina FC?
Yeah, I think he's been really good for them. I think he's been very solid. He hasn't made a lot of mistakes. He's been making the saves he's need to make. A lot of the goals that have been scored against him have been, goals that he doesn't really have really a chance to make a save.
North Carolina FC trying to play it out of the back. Nashville SC, this high pressure here. Check it out. Tambakis has to boot it long. And Nashville right now, Jason, is looking like the home team, right, with this high pressure.
Yeah, they're bringing the pressure. Good outlet pass. Yeah.
Becker, great ball to Smith, and he'll find Miller. Boy, North Carolina FC's been clean under pressure. Shipolani. They've got the players to be clean under pressure. Shipolani hit this one. He'll miss-hit that. Just as I talk about being clean, he miss-hit it. But, boy, the way they build it out of that high pressure in the defensive third all the way up here, impressive.
Yeah, you can tell the concentration level is high for North Carolina. See, unlike last week where it just wasn't there, but Nashville's going to high press. It really feeds into North Carolina FC's game to be able to move that ball up the field quickly, keep possession.
Pickens and Kosuke Kimura. Back line, been with Gary Smith for a long time, part of that 2010 MLS Cup team for the Colorado Rapids. And Yodi played forward. Kimura. Taylor a little bit behind Steinberger, picked up here now by Michael Reed. Remember him when he was with San Antonio FC. Gonna play two out here today. That's why the early start is it's sent across, trouble. Becker time to clear it. Play it to Miller. North Carolina Courage, winners of the NWSL Shield like a month ago.
Yeah, runaway winner.
Yeah, play Houston. There's a turnover from Miller. Picked up middle of the park. Once again, everything running through Moloto. Look at this ball left side. Got a chance to be dangerous here and cleared out of there by Guillen.
Yeah, a little bit too easy here from North Carolina FC defensively. Allowing Nashville to get the ball out wide, a free cross into the box, free runner.
It's Taylor Washington who sent it in. Yodi will go backwards at the moment. Liam Doyle played for the Ohio State University Buckeyes. Steinberger. Shipolani's going to make a long run. Boy, he had it too.
Good run.
Ooh, you got to Shipolani's the kind of player you got to reward him.
Yeah.
He makes those runs. Deleuze has it taken away. If Deleuze can win it back. Austin Deleuze, when you talk to him, he often tells how much joy he has on the left side, but I'm telling you, the more I see him play in the middle and the way he is playing defense and offense, I think he's enjoying it.
Yeah, he sure is.
Nashville SC, little move. This is trouble. As cranked up there from distance, Michael Reed.
Yeah, too easy again from North Carolina FC defensively. Michael Reed wearing the captain's armband in the center of the park there. Great cut. A pretty decent strike with the left foot.
Reed coming all the way back. One constant theme this season through the summer is right into fall is just ridiculous heat. No different tonight here, yeah. Jason Gary.
It's hot and humid. And the players will be used to it all summer, but still, man, it's a tough one out there. Good an early start. Usually a 7 o'clock game where it gets dark. Cools off a little bit.
Out far side, Kimura, and it'll be a corner kick.
Opportunity now for Nashville to get Liam Doyle, Bradley Bourgeois up there. Some of the bigger guys, the center backs coming up for the corner kick.
Smile there from Kosuke. Looks like he's still enjoying playing the game at a high level.
A little bit different here from North Carolina FC. They're even two players forward. T. Shipolani and Zach Steinberger are up near midfield, so content to defend with basically 8 in the box for North Carolina FC.
Good catch, Jason Gary. Sent all the way across. A lot of jersey pulling. Cleared out of there by the captain, Tobin. Connor Tobin, Shipolani. Little collision there.
Right here.
Yeah, and he wins it. Steinberger now. Steinberger. Got a player down. Referee's going to stop it.
Yeah, I think there was something. T got hit in the head there. And we'll see it here. It's an awkward type of bounce. Moloto's coming to challenge. T. Cipollani looking at the ball the whole time. Ooh. I think that head catches him right in the chin, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a tough one. I think both players, they're both fair, going up for the ball. Cipollani just gets there earlier. You can see him right away. This will be a tough one if he's not able to continue, but it looks like he's going to be okay. That almost worked out just the way North Carolina FC planned it. Coach Colin Clark leaving two guys high, get a clearance out. Can you catch him on the break a little bit?
Yeah, exactly. Great catch by you to see the change to leave two back, and it almost did work. And Cipollani was a key reason why, just that extra effort there against Moloto, winning it, but taking a pretty good shot there to the chin.
It is a bit of a risk. It's an aggressive type of play to keep two high. You're basically man-on-man in the box, right? And you got to match up and win the ball.
Cipollani's going to go far side, and they'll let him come in from over there. I like that decision by the referee to let him do that. Elvis Zmanovic out there in the middle. Actually, that's Guido Gonzalez. Elvis has the next game. Apologize to Elvis.
He's watching. He's in the building. Is Elvis in the building already? It's got to be.
Should be getting ready, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of cool that you're saying that, playing Nashville. Tying it all together.
I was trying.
Yeah, you were.
In the building. Come on.
I left you hanging there for a second. Sorry about that.
Elvis is in the building somewhere.
Miller, some pressure. We'll use Ian to help him out. "17 minutes. Feels like it's getting hotter instead of cooler. Back to Tambakis. See what Rios can do here. Great job against Doyle. Becker into space. Steinberger back across. Off of Doyle clean. Yeah, the story of this game, though, North Carolina FC, they sit in 10th place. The top 8 from both the Western and Eastern Conference standings make the playoffs. They've got 34 points, talking about North Carolina FC. Nashville is in 8th place, Jason Gary. They're at 38. Ottawa is between them, but Ottawa's played 2 more games. Nashville and North Carolina FC sitting at 26. They've got 8 games left, including this one. Here's Cipollani. Oh! Oh, my! And how about North Carolina FC? The human highlight reel, T. Cipollani.
It's huge. This play comes out of nothing, really. This is all T. Cipollani. Look at this. Just turns. Pretty good ball in, but just runs into the defender, says, why not? Lines it up. Hits it. A little bit of a deflection there, I believe, off of Liam Doyle, and that thing skirts past Matt Pickens into the far post. A dream start for North Carolina FC, but give all the credit there to T. Cipollani for being aggressive, looking forward, trying to make something happen, and putting it in the back of the net.
There was no slide there.
You got to talk to T after the game. You know, you got to get, the field has to be wet for you to slide, even though you're so fast. You got to be wet.
Yeah, exactly. If he's got to do it, he's got to know the situation. The human highlight reel has got to add to the highlights. And Cipollani now with his first goal of the season. Can you believe that?
Yeah, it's hard to believe with the impact he's had since they re-signed him kind of midway through the season. But really, Dean, that came out of nothing. How often have you seen T. Shibalani score from outside the box as well?
Incredible. And it looked like, yeah, that deflection kind of, because Pickens clearly was leaning the other way. Then, and it just looked like he was kind of stuck in mud for a second, right? Yeah.
I think he probably should have saved it, if we're being honest up here. I think Matt Pickens, when he watches the replay there, would have thought he should have saved that ball.
Right. Yeah, it just looked like he was stuck in mud for a second off that deflection. And next thing you know, Shibalani had scored, and we were doing a little bit of how about North Carolina FC.
That's right, and coaches all across the world talk about it. Just take shots, put balls on the target, put it on frame, force the goalkeeper to make saves, and sometimes they go in the back of the net when the goalkeeper should save them.
And not to rub it in, but we want to remind everybody that we opened the show with number 22, T. Shibalani, as our spotlight player, and he delivers.
Yeah, he sure has, and this is big time for North Carolina FC because it's going to force Nashville to continue to high press, which should open them up for the counterattack. Touch of Austin to lose there. Jeez.
Yeah, North Carolina FC looking sharp here, up 1-0. Taylor's got Becker in front of him. Becker's still open. DeLuz comes over to help. DeLuz thought about switching it. He'll ping it over to Miller. Oh, tough ball for Miller.
He just overhit it. Yeah, but this is the kind of start you want to see after that disappointing game last week, Dean, is the intensity level has been there. They've been pushing forward, been aggressive offensively, and they get an early goal.
Yeah, how do you explain last week after winning 6-2? I mean, obviously soccer's a crazy game, good competition, but it wasn't like they were flat, right? Just unlucky, and then the game opened up, or what?
Yeah, I think it was a combination of they didn't really have the aggressiveness that they did in the game before against Charlotte. And the forward play from Tampa Bay, the two guys up top, were unbelievable. I mean, they were just clinical, and they had only 4 or 5 chances and scored 3 goals. So that was pretty much the story of the game.
Nashville SC looking to equalize. Here's a good ball sent across, and Reed is there to find it at the top of his head and over the crossbar.
Yeah, Michael Reed getting in some dangerous positions there from the center midfield. Pretty good size for a center midfielder as well.
This whole team has some decent size. They play it to DeLuz. DeLuz.
Good composure there from Graham Smith and Austin DeLuz, not panicking.
T. Shibalani, square it, right to Miller. Miller sees Becker, a little bit ambitious. Becker comes in to get it though. Love that. He'll lose it there, but boy, for young players at home, that's a perfect example of you don't wait for the ball to get to you. If you got to come get it, you got to come get it, right?
He made a good effort at it. They've done a good job, though, of minimizing the touches for Lebo Moloto. He really hasn't been on the ball for Nashville.
Nashville keeping possession, but not really going anywhere at the moment. Bourgeois, number 22. And that center back alongside Doyle. One back here. Tobin has stepped up a couple times and been in the right place for North Carolina FC. Doyle and Rios. Olu Akinyoti. Was kind of a spot player for North Carolina FC. Would start a few games, would sit a few games, was looking for a fresh start at Nashville. Actually saw him before he was leaving for Nashville, training out at WRAL Soccer Park, and he's a nice young man.
Yeah, he sure is. Just couldn't find that consistency during his time here. He's getting an opportunity, though, with Nashville. Certainly tons of talent.
Reed will bring it back. Midway through the first half, North Carolina FC on top 1-0. Smith over to Rios. Let's see if they can get going. Reed comes back. That was actually not Reed. Check that, as that was Matt LaGrassa.
Yeah, I just think tactically for North Carolina FC, they got to do a better job of getting someone closer to Daniel Rios. He's up there on an island a bit.
Good ball in, bouncing around. Forcing the issue is Ropapa Mensah. Remember Mensah with the winner the last time these two teams played. There's Aaron Guillen. Boy, since coming in the lineup, nobody's been able to take his spot, whether he's at left back or left center back. He's not come out.
Yeah, he's been solid in both of those positions, and had to play some left back where he's naturally a left-sided center back and did really, really well. You're right, Coach Colin Clark and his staff, they can't take him out of the game.
Reed squares it perfectly. Mishitting that one, way too ambitious. Justin Davis, wearing number 2, the 30-year-old who has spent some time with Minnesota United in MLS. Just about as hot as it can be here in September, Saturday afternoon. Becker. Cipollani back to Tobin. There's Guillen saving the day without question, right?
Yeah, absolutely. He was alert. Mistake there from Connor Tobin. Aaron Guillen bailed his center back partner out. And he has to do that a little bit. Aaron Guillen was on his toes.
For Luz just making tough passes. Jay Taylor has it taken away. Good work here by Nashville SC as Bourgeois, number 22, was in there. Moloto. Guillen tracking Moloto all the way to midfield. How about that from your center back?
Yeah, it was good stuff from him. More impressed that immediately after the ball turned over, he sprinted all the way back to get back into his center back spot.
Bourgeois. Kosuke Kimura.
Yeah, good defending there from DJ Taylor. Didn't dive in.
Kimura. Yokohama, Japan. Did you play against Kimura ever?
Oh, yeah.
What do you remember about his play?
Man, he just never-ending runner. Can get up and down the right-hand side, serves in a great ball. You can see he's in great shape. It's always been a hallmark of his. Reminds me a little bit of a Frankie Haydick style. Just will run all day long, up and down, crossing the ball, involved, good defender. Just a motor that never quits.
The Luz always aware. He's like a great quarterback, right? He's got one read, second read, third read, then his fourth read is back to Tim Bacchus.
Right. Just clean with his touches and confident that he can put the ball wherever he wants with that left foot.
His Wake Forest Demon Deacons, where he is still the all-time assist leader, knocking off NC State 3-0 as Wake Forest #1 in the nation in the college game. Olu Akinyoti. Kimura. Kosuke Kimura taken away there by Taylor.
Pretty well organized defensively for North Carolina FC the first 27 minutes, 28 minutes here. Giving up a few crosses, some long distance shots, but nothing really dangerous for Tambakis.
Loto, good little touch. Kimura wants it. Now he'll get it. Taylor, let's see what he can do on him. Couple step overs, T. Cipollani style. Now back over to Moloto. Moloto waiting for Mensah to test that last line there against Miller's shoulder, knocked out of bounds.
Yeah, just really good stuff here from DJ Taylor defensively. His positioning, not diving in, his one-on-one defending has been excellent.
Throw in for Nashville SC. Mensah. Knocked out of bounds off of Taylor, be a throw in. corner kick? Did it?
Yeah, the corner kick.
There you go. Corner kick for Reed.
Same setup for North Carolina FC, leaving 2 players high. Basically one-on-one marking all around the box.
Liam Doyle's a threat here. So is Bolu Akinyoti. Reed, lofted ball, trying to keep it high, and that was Bolu Akinyoti.
Yeah, he rose up well. I think he got his hands a little bit on top of Stephen Miller. Didn't allow Miller to jump there. Puts that header over the crossbar.
Gonna do a water break here. And again, you think about we're past Labor Day in September and a water break needed. It's been that kind of hot and humid summer.
Yeah, it's been brutal. Kimura there just absolutely soaked. He's always done the roll-up shorts thing too.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's one of his deals.
It's 1-0 here, North Carolina FC, and the human highlight reel went out for just a little bit, took a knock to the head. When he got back onto the field, he delivered the goods.
Yeah, he sure did. This is it right here. It's a bad giveaway from Nashville. T. Shiplani really 2-on-3 here, and he just says, why not? Takes a rip at it. A little bit of a deflection, but he gets around Matt Pickens into that far post. And credit to Shiplani just for being aggressive and getting after it here. A little bit of a deflection there off of Doyle. 1-0 for the home team. And then no slide.
Look at that smile. That smile is contagious for the South African T. Shiplani.
It's almost like a turtle got caught on, the shell and he can't go anywhere.
And stood right there, yeah. And he's so fun to talk to, T. Shiplani, right? He's got that high-pitched voice and always a pretty positive attitude.
Yeah, he's a great guy. He meant so much to this team. He's been here for a long time and been part of some of the biggest moments throughout this club's history.
Great shot. Excellent work by our crew, the E-Dog, Evan Badler, Joe Driver Ferrara, and the rest of the gang.
I need to get a T. Shiplani statue out there of a step over one day, when he retires.
That is a beautiful
right? some of the most iconic moments of the club's history, right? Were
T. Shiplani, the
right?
human highlight reel.
He's been on it. When you talk to people in the community and stuff, when they remember going to games, a lot of them remember plays like that. Man, this guy was doing the step overs and they scored a goal and they beat an MLS team, and that's T. Shiplani.
So true. So true. His step overs go way back. The putting the shorts on backwards with the notion of, when he blows by somebody.
That's right.
He wants to let him know it's number 11.
He's still got it too, man. He's still got that speed and that, that first step.
Well, Jason, the game against Charlotte, that was the T. Shiplani of old. It was just fantastic and came off the bench, last week. But to see him back out here, we were pretty excited. Put him right there front and center to start the show.
Yeah, absolutely. He's delivered.
Good work by Miller to win it against Mensah. Shiplani, let's see if he can get out of trouble here. Shiplani will turn around. Shiplani still with it. Shiplani.
Get fouled.
Yeah, he did get fouled. Referee playing advantage, though. Top of the 18. Referee, a little bit of a signal there as well. He may come back and give a card. Well, how can he give a card? He played advantage. Into space here. Nashville across. Trying to find Mensah, and Tobin knocks it up amongst the Oak City supporters.
Yeah, good counterattack there from Nashville. See, the referee's having to talking to. I think that's Taylor Washington over there on that foul that he played the advantage. Didn't materialize for North Carolina FC, but again, another opportunity for a corner kick for Nashville.
.33 minutes in, swerving ball. Tambakis rips it right out of the air, and they can go the other way with it. Miller, as they kept Steinberger and Shiplani up. Miller off to the races. This was part of the game plan. Jason Gary pointed it out early.
Good defending there from Kimura.
Loto will lose it.
Yeah, he's been off a little bit for me so far, Maloto.
Well, he was the one that squared the ball to Shiplani.
Yeah.
Doyle first, then Rios. Now Red. Deleuze. Steinberger. Becker. Oh, they just Not enough pace there as they got going. Let's see what they can do here. Steinberger dancing around Akinyoti. Steinberger back. Picked off there by Nashville.
Yeah, they had to find T. Cipollone on that play. He was wide open on the right-hand side, and they weren't able to get the ball to him.
Mensa to Maloto.
Yes.
Graham Smith.
Get some. It's a foul. Yeah, it's got to be. Great job from Rios there. Graham Smith winning that ball, anticipating into the midfield, big time from the defensive center midfielder. I know it's hot, but does he ever look like he gets tired?
No, he doesn't.
Ever.
No. He just looks like a player that's going to show up every day, not say much, not complain, just say, where do I go, boss, and I'm ready to go.
And play for 10 or 12 years in the pros.
Yeah, that'll work. I mean, you know he's a favorite of Colin Clark. Absolutely. Bradley Bourgeois with a foul on Rios. Boy, look at the jerseys on both these teams. They are just absolutely drenched. Taylor. Look at that touch from Smith. Just bring it right down. Miller. Lose back to Becker. Now over to Cipollone. Cipollone. He'll miss-hit that one.
Yeah, it's the second one on the crossing there. T. Cipollone is miss-hit. He's got a goal, though, so that works in his favor. But second cross just hasn't gotten right, the technique, and gotten too much underneath the ball.
Doyle. Good ball down the left side. Overlapping run. Bring it all the way back to Justin Davis. Kimura. Little give and go. Kosuke Kimura. Little give and go there with Matt LaGrassa. Good ball served over. Tambakis is there to handle the shot from Ropapa Mensah.
Yeah, what a ball in from there from LaGrassa. Just floated that thing, put it right on the center forward's head.
37th minute, 1-0 North Carolina FC. Select is the official soccer ball of the USL. For the latest Select products and special offers, please visit selectsportamerica.com. Receive free shipping on orders over $50. Speaking of recognition, North Carolina FC would like to thank Continental Tire and Summit Hospitality, the official hotel partner of North Carolina Football Club, for bringing you tonight's broadcast, and all the great sponsors of North Carolina FC. Zachary Steinberger. Cipollone's got Miller coming. Cipollone's going to roll around him, so they'll bring it back to DeLuz. Becker, Steinberger, Smith, Lato, Smith stays with it, taken down. It'll be a free kick opportunity just outside the 18 as Smith rolling around, looks to be in a little bit of pain.
I think he fell awkwardly, but certainly a foul. Yeah, we'll see it here. The initial shot is blocked. It's a good block by the defender, but here's the little touch that he gets in.
Wow.
I think he just falls. Does he fall awkwardly? I'm trying to see the contact. He was holding his midsection there. Yeah, he's holding his shoulder.
Yeah, his shoulder kind of fell. But he's okay.
Yeah, what a spot, though. This is a great spot. We've seen Daniel Rios put these balls in the back of the net. It's difficult. It's really close to the 18-yard box, so it's hard to get it up and down over the wall. You got to hit that thing perfectly.
If that's 10 yards,
There's
then
no way.
I mean,
it's 6 yards between the top and the 18 and the penalty. That's 7 or 8 at best.
I mean, come on. It's 7. Ian Rios! And how about North Carolina FC? Goal number 16 for
tell you what, Dean, he's only got one place to go. That wall is only 7 yards away. He decides, why not go far post, hits this thing with pace. See Tisha B'Lani move out of the way. The defenders split, and that finds itself into the far post. And you see the Nashville player saying, why are you moving? 2 players move out of the way, and that thing's in the back of the net.
Daniel Rios came on the air talking about this game having playoff implications. We talked about him needing to score goals to advance North Carolina FC up the ladder here in USL Eastern Conference. You caught it, Jason Gary. We've seen him hit those, and it's the Rios one more time.
Yeah, you gotta love it. What a strike from him. He loves to go over the top of the wall, but you could tell the wall was only 7, maybe 8 yards away at the most. He said, why not go far post? The worst case scenario is Matt Pickens saves it, maybe gives up a rebound. But he put it in the back of the net. 2-0 first half. Great start for North Carolina FC.
So here's the deal, Jason Gary. You got to believe that all along Rios liked what he saw, because any other time there would have been a big stink. They're not far enough back. They didn't say a word. Yep. He clearly liked what he saw, and he was able to finish it.
Yeah, and those 2 Nashville players kind of bailing out of the way, you know. But a great strike, confident strike, hit it with some pace, made sure it was on target, found the back of the net.
Yeah, it was like they parted the Red Sea right there, and Rios with goal number 16. Kurt Johnson, the president, GM, Steve Malik, the owner. What a pickup, getting him on loan from Chivas Guadalajara.
Yeah, he's been excellent. Time you score that many goals, you're doing your job as a center forward. And here's where he does his work as well, holding this ball up, allowing players to get involved.
That was Smith who just won that, and Smith should get an assist, in my opinion, for drawing that free kick opportunity, because let me tell you, Bourgeois just flat out took him out.
Yep.
I mean, he took him out. I mean, without question, if he's in the 18, it's a penalty kick.
Yeah, for sure.
The way Rios is hitting it, it's like a penalty kick, right? Boy, that second goal.
Yeah, it's huge.
They can hang on here and keep it into halftime. That'll be big. Kamura. Pasquet Kamura. Mensah. Ian stays with it. Ian, handle anybody.
He really can. The referee, I think, is doing a good job. He's letting the kind of physical play go a bit for both teams.
It's Guido Gonzalez, the man in the middle. Yeah, I like the job he's done. Short of counting 10 yards, he's done everything right. Becker. Rios is going to be able to get to it. Oh, no, the flag is up. Actually thought he had angled his run, but flag is up offside.
Yeah, see Coach Colin Clark, he's up off the bench right now, giving instruction to his players. He knows how crucial this is to get in here before halftime with a 2-0 lead. He has not stopped talking here for the past 25 minutes or so.
Tobin will clean it up. Now over to Shipolani. Lose. Always makes himself available. Steinberger.
Yeah, Steinberger's so good at finding that space behind the midfielders and in front of the back line. Just kind of pops up in the right spots, Dean, and is able to turn and go forward. Good at keeping possession as well.
Yeah, what a pickup. They were missing that kind of ability that you just mentioned.
Yeah, I agree. Just kind of getting in between those lines and knowing spacing-wise where you should be. And Austin Lewis obviously can find anybody if they're in the right spot. And they're getting a good understanding, those two, in the center of the park.
Stephen Miller to Graham Smith. Smith keeps it on the ground to Rios. Smith gets right back up after getting hit. Smith should get MVP recognition for this one so far. He's been outstanding.
And this fits in well now, being up 2-0. North Carolina style of play with that possession. Aaron Guillen put his hand up. He knew he should have switched that field all the way over to Stephen Miller instead of forcing one into Daniel Rios, who was double teamed.
So seeing Smith out there, I realize he can't shoot the way Scott Butte did, but thinking about some of your great teams, and I always ask you about those holding mids because I just think they're so important. But the way he's getting to all those balls, I mean, that's what Scott Butte did, right?
Yeah, absolutely did. Just able to battle, be in the right spot. Not incredibly flashy, but able to pull some tricks out every now and again.
Of course, Scott Butte, the brother of Gary Butte, who heads up NCFC Youth, which is part of the family, of course. Now the biggest club in North America, NCFC Youth, merging with several clubs in the area, and it's just a mega power now, right?
Absolutely, and they're doing a great job of getting everyone at all different skill levels and ability levels an opportunity, great platform to play soccer and participate in a beautiful game.
Kimura. Taylor on him. Taylor will knock it out of bounds.
Yeah, again, DJ Taylor, what a challenge from him. Just stood up Kimura and ends up making the tackle and deflecting it off the Nashville right back.
Throw in for Taylor. Bourgeois. Akinyoti. Did have a water break midway through this first half, so we'll have some added time. I want to say at least 2 minutes. Bourgeois. 3 minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen, the fourth official will be
3 minutes of added time.
3 minutes of added time in the first half. 3 minutes of added time.
Yeah, Maloto just is a little off today.
Yeah, he just hasn't gotten involved yet. And some of his passes have been not on the mark.
Taylor. There's Rios versus Doyle. Doyle will win that. Olu Akinyoti tripped up there by Zach Steinberger.
This is concentration time here for North Carolina FC. Coming down into the end of this half, extra time. Maintain your focus, make sure everyone's marked up. No silly plays, you get the chance to clear the ball, you clear it.
Sent in. It's loose. Still loose. Boy, that ball from
clearance.
Taylor, yeah.
Yeah, it was a good ball, wasn't it?
Yeah, he needed to get a touch on that because Mensah was ready to pounce.
Yeah, he was there, but good concentration. Dangerous ball put in the box from Nashville.
Akinyoti. Switch it left side, more the focus now that Jason Gary talked about, as North Carolina FC would like to go into the locker room up 2-0 on Nashville SC. They're 4 points behind Nashville right now in the standings. Nashville sitting right at that coveted 8th spot. Doyle. Loto.
Oh boy.
Looking for a handball. Loto thought it went off of Guillen.
It was a great ball because it was awkward. Aaron Guillen couldn't challenge with the header. And it was bouncing around in that chest arm area.
Kimura. Taylor all over him. Taylor's been up to the task. Stay with Nashville. 30 seconds remaining here.
Yeah, one last opportunity for Nashville to put a dangerous ball into the box.
Corner kick for Reed. Driven in, flicked there by Tobin. Nashville's gonna have a chance to get it right back in the mixer. We'll switch it over to Reed to have the honors. Rios will come over to try to close it down. Kimura. Miller. Tobin. And there's the whistle right at 3 minutes. And how about North Carolina FC 2-0 at the half?
Yeah, an excellent first half from the home team. That man, T. Shipolani, getting the opening goal with a great piece of individual play and a fantastic free kick from Daniel Rios. Put him up 2-0, but a pretty composed first half, not giving up many chances to Nashville and capitalizing on their opportunities in the offensive third.
All right, halftime here. It's North Carolina FC 2, Nashville SC 0. Stay with us at Wake Met Soccer Park in Cary. It's hot, but everybody having a good time. Why not? The home team, North Carolina FC. T. Cipollani, the human highlight reel, and Daniel Rios with the first half goals. They lead Nashville SC by a score of 2-0. Bring on the fans. It's hot up here. Hello, everybody. Alongside Jason Gary, I'm Dean Linke, and a nice first 45 from the home team.
Yeah, they were excellent in all phases. Defensively, very stout, not giving up many chances to this Nashville team. But offensively, T. Cipollani, Daniel Rios, two of the guys we talked about, getting it done on the offensive side of the ball.
Jason, the other thing we talked about is the fact that we're down the stretch run here. So let's take a look at the upcoming games for both these teams. 8 games remaining, including this one. We'll start with North Carolina FC.
Yeah, that's why we talked. It was so important to get 3 points here at home because they've got to go on a tough road trip here. 3 games in a row outside of Wake Med Soccer Park, at Penn, which is going to be a difficult game, at Atlanta United, not sure what they're going to have going, but then at Charleston Battery, one of those regional rivalries. And they've got to get the points here at home and go on a run here to try to find their way into the playoffs.
And how about the upcoming games for Nashville? They sit 4 points ahead right now of North Carolina FC.
Yeah, it's not an easy run-in for them either. They've got 2 home games, though, against Tampa Bay and Charleston. If they're going to maintain that A spot and stay in the playoffs, they're going to make sure they take care of business there. And they got to go at Atlanta United, against the Red Bulls, and at Richmond Kickers. So both teams with some work to do to get in the playoffs.
Well, any way you look at it, it has been an exciting USL season. It's so nice being back in the USL. We talk about it all the time. USL Productions does such a great job recapping the week that was. Hold on, everybody, because here it comes.
See it here as maybe another potential chance for the Rangers. Long range shot, incredible save. Ball knocked over the top. What a touch! Guzman! What a delivery. Header, tipped over the bar. What a save. It's Kuzane. Oh! Sensational! Handball. Jay Bolt saved by Ranjitsingh. Lance Lang!
And it's saved by Crepeau.
Are you kidding me? Antoine Opado! Tina kick save by Spencer Richards. Tina, a left-footed shot. Oh, wonder goal from Jesse Daly.
Headed towards Vega. Did he hold it out? Somehow Daniel Vega holds it out.
Dennis can hit from this range. Aaron Dennis. Cross header towards the goal. It's Dejas punches it over the top to save the lead.
Fernando Adi over to his left foot. Fernando Adi, his first goal in Cincinnati.
Chambers, he's going to hit it. And Pizer tips it over the bar. The outswinger. And volleyed in for a goal.
The defense, Lasser 1v1 versus Kuati, who makes a beautiful save.
Enriquez on his right! Skundrich, what a save from Pizer!
So much fun. Great work as always by USL Productions. Everybody trying to stay cool here. It's hot and humid at Wakeman Soccer Park with North Carolina FC on top 2-0 alongside Jason Gary. Let's take a look around the league at some other scores as well. And let's look at the standings first. We've been talking about it all day, right? As you see it, Nashville and Ottawa right there at 38. And North Carolina FC on that first page. A win would put them just 1 point behind both those teams.
And they've got a lot of games in hand. See, North Carolina FC sitting on 26 games played. A lot of these other teams ahead of them in the standings have played more games. An opportunity to vault your way up there, but it really is like coaches call, a six-pointer between North Carolina and Nashville. The winning team gets 3, but you deny the other team any opportunity to move up in the standings. So, crucial game. They've got a great start here in the first half.
FC Cincinnati, touch of class, 60 points.
Cruising. Yeah,
we'll take a look at some scores around the league.
A shootout there. Ottawa and Toronto FC 2, 4-3. Be a fun one for the fans. Pittsburgh getting a result against Bethlehem Steel. And Indy 11 taking care of business against the Red Bulls 2.
Other games coming up tonight, Jason Gary, as we got an early start because they're going to play 2 here.
Yeah, and the one I've got my eye on there is Louisville City versus FC Cincinnati. That's a battle of heavyweights here in the USL, especially in the Eastern Conference. Another couple good regional matchups, Charlotte and Richmond. And Charleston's going to have to play Tampa Bay. Good games all around the USL.
Yeah, that Louisville FC Cincinnati will be a classic. All right, come back. We'll take a look at the first half highlights. Could be a human highlight reel sighting, right? T. Shipalani style. 2-0 North Carolina FC at the half.
In soccer, every second is monumental. Every moment of the 90 minutes is backed up by months of training, hours of perfecting passes, weeks of tuning your touch. You put in the time searching for your next advantage. We provide the gear that helps you earn it.
Disaster can strike at any moment. But fortunately, Strategic Systems has got your back. Data has been compromised. Disaster recovery services from Strategic Systems will have you up and running in no time. Your data is critical. Protect it.
My name is Clint Dempsey, and I play for Seattle Sounders. If you played on a club team, it gave you an opportunity to get a scholarship in soccer. So going to Dallas, so we lived in Nacogdoches. I went for my first tryout, not really thinking I was going to make it, and ended up making the team. And then it was the reality set in. My parents said, like, how are we going to afford this? How are we going to be able to drive 3 hours one way and 3 hours back? I was just lucky that I had parents who were crazy enough to drive me that far to get that coaching. See more at celebratingsoccer.com.
In soccer, every second is monumental. Every moment of the 90 minutes is backed up by months of training, hours of perfecting passes, weeks of tuning your touch. You put in the time searching for your next advantage. We provide the gear that helps you earn it.
My name is Clint Dempsey, and I play for Seattle Sounders. If you played on a club team, it gave you an opportunity to get a scholarship in soccer. So going to Dallas, so we lived in Nacogdoches. I went for my first tryout, not really thinking I was going to make it, and ended up making the team. And then it was the reality set in. My parents were like, how are we going to afford this? How are we going to be able to drive 3 hours one way and 3 hours back? I was just lucky that I had parents who were crazy enough to drive me that far to get that coaching. See more at celebratingsoccer.com.
How about North Carolina FC, a 2-0 leader here at halftime with Jason Gary. I'm Dean Linke. Jason, let's go to work and take a look at the first half highlights.
Yeah, right here, it's a giveaway in the midfield from Nashville. Tisha B'Elani takes full advantage, just streaking towards the goal, says, why not? Won't crank one for about 30 yards out. Takes a bit of a deflection off of Liam Doyle, but finds its way past Matt Pickens. You see B'Elani here's got his head up. He's looking for that target. Might have gone in regardless of the deflection, but great strike from Tisha B'Elani. I don't know about the slide, though, Dean. He needs to improve on the celebration for me. Didn't really go anywhere. Teammates will give him a hard time about that in video. But then here's Graham Smith just working really hard, getting inside the box. Draws a foul right outside the box. I'm watching it here. Certainly a foul, close to being a penalty kick. But you mentioned it in the first half. For Daniel Rios, might as well be a penalty kick. Look at this free kick right between two Nashville defenders into the far post, past the goalkeeper. 2-0 North Carolina. See, look at the bend on that thing, finding its way in the far post.
What a finish for Rios. One more time. Goal number 16. 1-6 on the season.
Yeah, and he is rolling and fired up. But really a dream start to this game. Dream first half for Coach Colin Clark and North Carolina FC. They were rolling. Look at that. Nashville, few shots, only one on target. But North Carolina FC making the most of their opportunities. 4 shots, 2 on target, and up with 2 goals.
Possession pretty much dead even. Only 5 fouls, fairly clean here in the heat.
Yeah, we'll see what adjustments Nashville. They're gonna have to do something here, whether it's at halftime right now or 10 or 15 minutes into the second half. But they just didn't create enough scoring chances for me. A lot of those shots from way outside the box. Didn't really test Alex Tambakis at all.
Both teams back out. There is the human highlight reel. Tisha B'Elani wearing number 22. Scroll down to his shorts there. You'll see the 22 on the back right there. He was a little worried when he first joined the team about potential word about fines, but they let it go. That's part of Tisha B'Elani, right? You got to let that one roll.
Yeah, you got to let that one go. And if you're a defender, you just got to stop him. You never have to look at the back of his shorts and his number.
Alan Wynn, 22-year-old, wearing number 19, is going to, I think, come into the game here for Gary Smith. There he is. So Alan Wynn coming on. Tisha B'Elani. See what he can bring here in the second 45. So another sub also coming on is Brandon Allen, the forward from Old Bridge, New Jersey. Spent some time with the Bethlehem Steel, so he's also going to come on. Yeah. Wow, how about that?
He's not messing around.
No.
Coach Smith has said, not good enough in the first half. We're going to make some changes. Yeah, and Alan Wynn, a player Triangle fans would be familiar with, played from North Carolina. Great college player up there in Chapel Hill.
Yeah, he's part of the youth system here as well, I believe. But definitely played for the Tar Heels. He's from Texas. Reed will drop it back to Bourgeois. So 46th minute, 2-0, North Carolina FC on top. So we'll see what Nashville can do with a couple changes here. Played in. Back across, good ball, one bounce.
Two Nashville substitutions in the 46th minute play committee. Out of the game, number 3 were up on Mensa.
That's a big boy.
Allen's looking to crank one.
Yeah.
Good defending there from North Carolina FC. You got the feeling if he was unleashing something, it'd have some power on it. He is a big fella.
Brandon Allen, listed at 190 pounds. Yeah.
There's no way he's 190. Man, he's a big boy. He's gonna be battling in there with Connor Tobin.
Yeah. I appreciate you saying that. I'm pretty familiar with that 190 to 2 bill range. Smith. Moloto. Yeah, leave it to Greg Shields to tell me how to broadcast the game. I'd already corrected myself on Alan Wynn, Texas guy, but did play at North Carolina.
Pretty tough challenge there from Moloto.
Now I just need to teach Greg Shields how to coach, and we're all good. 48th minute. It'll come all the way back to Pickens. '48th minute, 2-0 North Carolina FC on top of Nashville. 4 points out of that coveted 8th position, which is held right now in a tie, Ottawa and Nashville. Looks like based on the standings, Ottawa perhaps with a tiebreaker advantage. Not positive about that.
See Alan Wynn, though. He is a tricky player. He's got the ability one-on-one to break players down. He's got good speed. Already getting involved in the game. Good to see if you're Coach Gary Smith.
Liam Doyle, great left foot to Moloto. Moloto. And he will earn the foul right there on Guillen. Free kick opportunity.
Yeah, this is in a dangerous, dangerous spot. Eight or 10 yards out from the 18-yard box. See who steps up here. Got multiple players standing over the ball there for Nashville. See here, Shipolani gets a little piece of Moloto, but right here, Aaron Guillen just gets that foot up and clips him. You get LaGrassa, Taylor Washington, Alan Wynn, all standing over the ball here, along with Liam Doyle.
Boy, Alan Wynn looks pretty. Oh, Liam Doyle, let me tell you, when he was at Ohio State,
right?
He absolutely. You see Liam Doyle, look at him. He's like gritting his teeth.
Ready.
Either Wynn or Doyle. Doyle with a great left foot is going to crank it into the wall.
Penalty.
Penalty is.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Didn't come off his head.
Kyle Becker.
Oh man, this is going to be a tough one. We have to see it again. It doesn't look like Becker's protesting too much. I thought it came off his head, but did he have his arm up right in front of his face? Oh, it's a handball. He's right. That arm from Becker is extending away from his body. This should give you a good look at it here. Let's see if he gets that arm up, that hand up. Yeah.
Hit his elbow.
Hit his elbow. And that elbow was up away from his body, and I think it's a correct call from the referee. Man, that's a tough one for North Carolina FC. Let's see.
Brandon Allen.
Brandon Allen stepping up.
Brandon Allen, who spent some time with Bethlehem Steel. Comes off the bench. And ready to pull one back here for Nashville. Tambakis standing in goal, ready to go. Waiting on the whistle here from Guido Gonzalez. Brandon Allen has made it 2-1. A score off the bench here for Gary Smith. Penalty kick awarded, the right call, and it's 2-1.
Yeah, it changed the whole complexion of this game, Dean. That goal, that handball from Kyle Becker, good finish in the end from Brandon Allen, sent Tambakis the other way.
51st minute of play from number 32, Brandon Allen.
But now the momentum switches again. Coming into the second half, North Carolina FC had all the momentum. Here's a good finish from Brandon Allen, just sends Tambakis the other way. Confident penalty. Nashville starting their high press again.
Nashville making 2 changes here to start the second half. Gary Smith, who won an MLS Cup, leading the Colorado Rapids. Turnover here for North Carolina FC. Maloto, ball in. And Allen sliding down for it. It'll go out of bounds, and it'll be a goal kick to North Carolina FC.
Yeah, you just get that feeling, Dean, right? The momentum has shifted a bit here to Nashville SC's favor here. They've got to figure out a way, North Carolina FC, to get some possession again, start moving the ball up the field, get Daniel Rios involved again, get T. Shipolani involved again.
51st minute goal from that man off the bench. Second half sub to start the second half, number 32. Makes it 2-1. Tobin. The pressure from Allen will knock it out of bounds. Allen wants a quick throw in, and he'll get it here. Lays it to Davis, Justin Davis. See the crowd starting to fill in here as well. The North Carolina Courage will play Houston in WSL action after this one.
Touch from Steinberger, unlucky.
Flicked it over, but cleaning it up there was LaGrassa. There's Graham Smith.
There it is.
Shipolani's on. Keep that flag down. Shipolani is onside. T. Shipolani. Get his bearing set here now. Shipolani square to Deleuze on the left. And Red slides in there with the deflection. Becker. Back to Rios. Shipolani still sitting over on the right side. Smith. That was Alan Wynn who almost was able to take it away. 2-1. Nashville over to pull one back here on a penalty kick. Over the head of Miller. Shipolani there to go off of Nashville and throw in here to North Carolina. I said, oh wow, no, they'll say off of Shipolani. I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one either. Coach Colin Clark disagrees. Yeah, we'll see it here. T. Shipolani takes a touch. That's off of Nashville. Uh-oh.
Shipolani. Shipolani, let's see if he gets a card here. Shipolani scored that first goal.
Yeah, I like this referee, though. I think he's done a good job. I think he missed, obviously, the throw in there, but the way he's managed the game with these players, I agree here. This is a little bit of a late challenge from T. Shipolani, but could have been a yellow card easily.
Yeah, indeed. Rios almost able to pounce on it. The USL's official Twitter feed keeps you up to date with news, live game updates, and highlights from around the league 24/7. Follow at USL on Twitter. North Carolina FC 2, Nashville SC 1. Knocked out of bounds. It'll be a throw in here for Nashville. '55th minute. Jason, you talked about it. The complexion of the game has changed here after that penalty kick.
Yeah, the penalty kick, and I think the substitutions from Coach Smith really changed the game, bringing in Brandon Allen and Alan Wynn. They've been active since they've gotten on the field.
And Maloto's been much sharper. Good ball across. Oh, my. Off of DJ Taylor. The service right there from Taylor Washington. Impeccable.
Yeah, it was great down the left-hand side from Washington. Great left-footed cross. And fortunate for North Carolina FC, that ball came off of DJ Taylor and landed right in the hands of Alex Tambakis. Game is opening up for both teams, I think, a little bit here, Dean.
Doyle here on the foul.
And see Maloto getting involved to get a little more space in the second half, and Washington whips this ball in with his left foot, comes off of DJ Taylor awkwardly, but right into the hands of Alex Tambakis. That thing could have gone anywhere.
Minute 57. Guillen. Tough ball for Steinberger. Watch highlights from every game of the 2018 season and stay up to date with news from across the USL as the league's official Facebook page. That's facebook.com/USL Soccer. Gary Smith, first season as the top man for Nashville SC. They're going MLS in 2020. Too long, too strong for Washington. On that foul, I can tell you that North Carolina FC will be back here at Salem Stadium, Wakeman Soccer Park, on Saturday, September 29. We told you they're going to hit the road for 3 games. Then the Richmond Kickers will be here at 7 p.m. on the 29th. Tickets are on sale now. Go to NCNorthCarolinaFC.com. Here's Shipolani over to Steinberger. Steinberger. Slotted ball to Shipolani. First time Pickens will just punch it out of there.
Yeah, Shipolani needed to pull that ball back away from Pickens a little bit, give one of his forwards a chance.
Miller. Doyle, hard tackle.
Yeah, good defending from Doyle there.
All right, fans, let's get excited for Carolina Kino.
Stephen Miller is pretty pumped as Eagles won the first game of the season. Big Eagles fan. He's from Chester, PA. He's really tough, Stephen Miller.
Visit nclottery.com to find out where you can play Carolina Kino.
Corner kick, Becker. Miller's on it. Becker will get it again. His left. It'll be too strong. North Carolina FC would like to thank Carolina Kino. Carolina Kino gives you the chance to win up to $100,000 every 5 minutes. Look for Kino in select locations. You enjoy spending time like restaurants, pubs, and convenience stores. Visit nclottery.com to find out where you can play Carolina Kino. '59th minute. Nashville looking for the equalizer. Miller goes up, cleared out of there by Smith. There's Rios, trapped perfectly, but
offside position there.
Come back and get it. He was offside, so it'll come back to Liam Doyle and Nashville SC. Davis into the 18. Tobin, perfect tackle.
Yeah, great tackle from Connor Tobin, but get a little nervous there when you go to ground inside the 18-yard box, but a great challenge from the captain for North Carolina FC, Connor Tobin.
Tambakis will take his time. Here we go, minute 60. Got a lot of soccer left, folks. A tight one that means so much. 1 point just will not mean much to North Carolina FC.
Yeah, they really need to figure out a way to win this game. Nashville's fought their way back into it here in the second half. And this is around the time Coach Colin Clark, assistant coach DeJuan Bader, they start looking down the bench, seeing if a change needs to be made. Who can they bring on to affect this game?
Washington. Doyle. Flag is up. So Jason Gary, I did see Pivo Due warming up with, it looked like some detailed instruction.
Yeah, DJ Taylor came up a little bit lame on that last play when he kind of awkwardly chested that ball back to Tambakis. He's limping on the far side as well.
Rios on it. Rios. Bring it back to DeLuz. Shipolani staying with it. Shipolani again. Corner kick, North Carolina FC.
And T. Shipolani did a good job just winning something there. See what they can pick up here on the corner kick.
Short corner. Miller. Tobin. And nobody home. Voting runs throughout this week for the USL's monthly awards. Have your say in the votes for Player of the Month, Goal of the Month, and Save of the Month at uslsoccer.com. Good look there at Mr. Pickens celebrating the birth of his third child last week. That's why he was not in goal against Charlotte. Congratulations to Mr. Pickens, of course, and his wife and family. Just like Jason Gary, 3 little ones running around. It's a handful, right?
It is insane.
Shipolani. Rios is open. Oh, what a ball. DeLuz calling for it. Rios pushed there by Doyle. Back to DeLuz. Back across. Doyle flying around. Down. Steinberger. And how about North Carolina FC?
Zach Steinberger, what a finish from him. Multiple players had opportunity. Look at this defensive play from T. Shipolani. He starts this whole thing. Daniel Rios does a great job receiving the ball. Tries to go around his defender, cuts it, loses the angle to take a shot, but drifts it to the far post. Austin DeLuz back across, ball bouncing around everywhere. This is incredibly hard skill from Zach Steinberger. Full volley out of the air, gets his foot over the top of it, hits it into the ground. This is a absolutely stunning technique from Zach Steinberger. Most players kick this out of the stadium. He keeps it on target into the back of the net.
Steinberger's played 3 games.
With the volleys every time.
Yeah, we gave him credit for a bike, and now that, you're right, I mean, that was cultured right there. 63rd minute, and as you said, DJ Taylor kind of came up limping, so Peebo Due is going to come in there, and Taylor walking off gingerly.
Yeah, he picked up a knock at some point. Not sure if it was on that play, knocking it back to Tambakis, but he's been struggling here the past couple of minutes. But really, Dean, that's such a hard skill. That ball's way up in the air. Steinberger times it perfectly, gets his foot up and over the ball and hits down onto it. Encourage people that don't believe me, go outside and try to throw the ball up in the air like that. See how many times you keep it on target. Great strike from him.
Peebo Due, who started the season as the left back, went out with an injury, and Guillen emerged as such a prominent player for Colin Clark that Due has not been able to earn back that starting position, but what a nice weapon to have on the bench.
Yeah, absolutely, because he's played plenty of games. It's trouble.
Miller, does he keep it in bounds before it goes out? He runs into the cameraman over there far side. Camera's down as Miller comes in there hard. Sent back across by Nashville, and Tambakis is there.
And they call Nashville on offside over here off that throw-in. We'll see what a play here from Stephen Miller. Just working so hard. He gets the positioning, slides over, gets that thing right into the camera. Woo.
Well, hang on to it, hey, Noah Seidenberg. Nice stuff. Hands, yeah. Noah Seidenberg. Looking strong there. Looked like he saved the equipment, now getting it back in shape.
He saved the equipment and saved it from hitting Stephen Miller in the face.
Yeah, double save. So good work, Noah. North Carolina FC on top, 3-1, 66th minute. See the sun playing a little bit of a role as it goes far side to Allen Wynn. Squared neatly here to LaGrassa. DeLuz and company was ready for it. Becker. DeLuz. Steinberger. What another great pickup.
Absolutely. He's had quite the impact in these first 3 games. He's been a member of this team. I just love his willingness to get inside the box, and he's so clean as a finisher.
Cipollani.
Yeah, making it happen. Great stuff from Cipollani. Trapped on the sideline between 2 defenders, able to win this free kick.
I mean, let's call it straight. When we heard that T. Cipollani was back in the starting lineup, we were giddy, right? Because he was so good against Charlotte.
Yeah, he sure was, and just brings us to a different level. He just brings a different dynamic to this team that the other teams have to respect.
It's going to be another former Tar Heel going to work his way onto the field. Tucker Hume, who is from Austin, Texas, and like Wynn, was not part of the NCFC youth system, but he was a Tar Heel. The Twins, his brother was a center back, and I think he's also playing in the league somewhere. This guy's a big, tall, coffee is.
These two up top, if he comes up top with Brandon Allen, that is some muscle and some size. Let's see this replay here. Pipo Due playing the ball in. Steinberger. Kimura, I think, just catches him a little bit with the cleat there.
So here we go. Davis will come out, Justin Davis. And coming on is Tucker Hume. Tucker Hume listed at 6'5", and I'm going to believe that.
Yeah, he's a giant. And Connor Tobin's a pretty big guy too, but he's dwarfing him out there.
Yeah, he is. So it'll be Hume and Brandon Allen. So 6'5". Hume 6'5", 202. Brandon Allen 6'1", 2. Hume.
He can score goals, though, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, he can. He's got the only goal so far for Nashville. '69th minute.
Challenger from Guillen.
Pipo Due. DJ Taylor's been great, but you're not going to lose a ton by bringing in Pipo Due.
Yeah, and he's naturally left-footed, which is an advantage over there on that left-hand side.
Smith called for the foul, or at least they went back to a foul earlier. So get an inside look at life on and off the field from a player's perspective every Wednesday evening in the latest edition of From the Pitch on USLsoccer.com. Moloto has played better in the second half. Washington denied there by Miller. 3-1. Boy, that answer from Steinberger after the penalty kick was enormous for North Carolina FC.
Oh, yeah.
Rolito Fernandez looks to be coming on for Colin Clark. Minute 70. Dancing with it. Japan International. Asuke Nomura. Washington back in again. Smith will clear it. There's Liam Doyle. Cipollani knocked to the ground by Allen, and Allen called for the foul.
Seems like Cipollani's drawn 5, 6, 7 fouls this game already.
Kyle Becker is going to come off for Julito Fernandez.
We'll see where Fernandez slides in. Capable of playing in midfield. I think he might bring him on to play in the midfield and do some running, try to break up some plays. We've seen him at center back as well this year. It looks like they're going to push Guillen out to the left-hand side. Julito Fernandez coming in to partner up with Connor Tobin at center back. I think they're going to need Julito Fernandez athleticism and physical size with those two center forwards that Coach Gary Smith has brought on for Nashville. At some point, the referee's going to have to throw a card. It's starting to get a little foul happy here.
Yeah, we're starting to see players down quite a bit, right? As Steinberger got hit in the back. Okay, so you said it, Jason Gary. Fernandez now at center back with Tobin. They'll push Guillen out to the left back, Miller to the right back, and that'll move Pibo Due into that left midfield spot.
Yeah, we'll see it here. Bourgeois, I think just, Steinberger's extended there, just a shove in the back. Nothing too malicious.
Deleuze, good idea, but Miller not ready for it. Moloto, Hume, big long legs, good ball back to Moloto. Moloto marked by Tobin. Moloto, great speed, and the touch gets away from him.
Yeah, good cover there from Julito Fernandez as well. Moloto just wasn't able to beat both of those defenders.
Still hot here, so they're going to take another water break. Fair play there from Tobin and Moloto. Colin Clark's 7th season as the top man for North Carolina FC, and if they can hang on to this score line here, enormous victory. Is, yeah, the goal was 7 or 9, but still to get 6 out of 9 potential points with 3 in a row. Granted, there's a lot of soccer left, but if they can hang on, that would be big.
Yeah, they put themselves in a great position to really compete for that playoff berth that they're craving. Like we said, they've got a bunch of games in hand on a few teams, so.
All right, it was 2-0, Jason, at the half. Let's take a look here at both goals here in the second half.
Yeah, here's the first one. Moloto here just drawing a foul about 25 yards out, and it ends up being Kyle Becker here. For some reason, gets his arm up. Ball makes direct contact with it. Referee makes no hesitation, calls the penalty, and Brandon Allen steps up and finishes it.
So now it's 2-1, and kind of the flow of the game had changed.
It sure did, but T. Cipollani again playing a big role. Steals the ball in midfield, finds Daniel Rios. Lots of different opportunities to shoot here. Daniel Rios takes this one too far wide, but chips it to the far post. Austin Deleuze tries to connect with Kyle Becker. Gets cleared out somewhat by Nashville, but Zach Steinberger poaching inside the box. Great finish on the side volley past Matt Pickens and into the back of the net, and it was a huge goal for North Carolina FC to take the momentum back in this game.
Steinberger.
He's enjoying his play here, isn't he?
3 goals and an assist in 3 games, Jason Gary. That is quality production from number 23. So off that water break. Officially 75th minute, but for sure they'll add on at least 3 for the water break. Rios had it, taken away. I'll tell you what, at times it looks like there's 5 in the back here. As look how far Pibo Due is dropped back. He's gonna have to drop back quickly here to handle this long ball. Great ball into the corner. Won by Nashville. Pibo Due on it. Good turn here, cut back. Sent across and cleared out of there by Julito Fernandez. Sent right back in by Nashville. Connor Tobin's had himself another big game. Hume is there. Tobin Knocked him off of it. Hume, 6'5".
Yeah, he is a handful in the box there. Connor Tobin, though, doing a good job, just trying to break it up.
Unforced error here. Speaking of unforced error, Serena Williams going for another major tonight in the U.S. Open.
Crazy.
She is a stud, huh?
Absolutely.
She's 37 years old, I think.
Had a baby. It's crazy.
Rios. Miller. Stay with North Carolina FC.
Yeah, a little bit of game management here from North Carolina FC. No rush to take some of these throw-ins and free kicks. 15 minutes or so to go in regulation.
Shipolani. Lito Fernandez. He is just a freak athlete. Rios and Doyle.
Well done. Rios has worked really hard. He's got his goal, but he's worked really hard on both the offensive side and the defensive side. Chased that thing down, is able to win his team a corner kick. All these little things, Dean, when you going in a playoff race and games are tight, just another minute or so will go off the clock as they take this corner kick.
Yeah, it's another North Carolina Education Lottery Carolina Keno corner kick. Carolina Keno gives you the chance to win up to $100,000 every 5 minutes. Mr. Pickens has had to pick 3 out of his net. It's 3-1 North Carolina FC. They're looking for more here in the 78th minute. Pickens has it. As the year has progressed and North Carolina FC has continued to try to climb up that USL ladder, obviously the addition of Steinberger's been big, but the emergence of a guy like Walito Fernandez has been key for the team.
Yeah, he's played a big role in this season already. If you can get him, he's capable of such spectacular plays and also some not so good plays. If you eliminate some of those kind of boneheaded plays, he's an unbelievable player. I mean, physically, you can't ask for really anything more, athleticism-wise.
Win, 79th minute. Nashville would love to get one here before it reaches the final 10 minutes. Like to pull one back. Hume is going to fall to him. Hume! And they're going to point to it. Yeah, Tobin was all over him. And Tobin doesn't really fight it as well. I think it might be a good call.
Yeah, I think so too. Tucker Hume did such a good job of bringing this ball down on his chest inside the box. Watch it here. He fights through this thing. He's such a big presence. The composure to bring it down right here. And he's going to have a shot on goal, and Connor Tobin grabs him around the waist. It's certainly a foul for me. And the referee, watch this. He does a great job taking it down. Watch Connor Tobin's right arm there. Grabs him around the waist, twists him, doesn't allow him to get the shot on target. Let's see if Brandon Allen can finish another one.
So Allen has hit one. He's going to try to hit another one. Tambakis. Let's see if Tambakis will try to guess if Allen's going to go to the same spot. No, he goes the other way, and it's 3-2. A couple penalty kicks off the bench from the big man, 32, Brandon Allen, the bigger man earning the penalty kick. Tucker Hume at 6'5", a handful.
Yeah, it's a good penalty in the end. I thought Tambakis, he had a chance at this one. It's hit pretty well, but not incredibly hard. He got that hand down and close to making a save there, the goalkeeper for North Carolina FC.
Well done, though, for number 32, Brandon Allen, his second goal of the match, both from the spot. And what did I say? If they could get that second goal before the 80th minute mark, they'll feel like they're in it, and they're in it.
They're in it. This game's going down to the wire, Dean, no doubt about it. And two kind of tough penalties as well. I think that one, Connor Tobin felt he had to make the foul or it was a guaranteed goal type of situation. But the first one from Kyle Becker is certainly avoidable in my opinion.
Connor Tobin, such a great pro, though. He didn't say a word, right?
Yeah,
he knew it, yeah.
And he's sitting there 4 yards from goal. He's going to score for sure.
Rios may have taken one where you don't want to take one. Just a guess.
Sometimes I don't like seeing these on replay, Dean, but we'll see what happens. I'm not sure what happened there. Oh, ball in the back of the head. Falls really awkwardly. Watch this ball come in. Oop, right in the head. I think he's going to be all right.
Doyle. Bourgeois. Trouble for Miller here. Moloto. This is, yeah, there it is. There's the tie.
Yep.
Looks like it went off of Miller. Moloto has come to life, and just like that, we're tied at threes. Wow, what a game changer. Moloto, so electrifying here in the second half, able to slice and dice, took the shot, and we're tied at 3.
Yeah, and this is just incredibly unlucky for North Carolina SC. Credit to Moloto, though. Great touch here. Just stays with it, battles with Stephen Miller. And cuts inside here, and this shot, I think it comes off, does it come off of Fernandez? Yeah, right off Fernandez's thigh there, and just loops up over Tambakis. No chance for the goalkeeper. And both teams with a deflected goal here, but credit to Mr. Lebo Moloto just making things happen, giving it a shot on target.
So how about that? Tied at 3.
It was going to be a game if they can pull within 2 before the 80th minute. Now it's who wants to step up and get the 3 points.
Tobin. Boy, Hume is just such a handful. Smith. Now Deleuze. Let's see if North Carolina FC can respond to back-to-back goals from Nashville SC. Cipollani. Steinberger. Was hoping Peebo Dewey was there. Now you're going to see Dewey move forward. Not going to play as much with 5 in the back. Probably look more like 3 in the back.
Yeah, sure they can switch back to that 4-3-2-1, 4-3-3 type of formation. I'd be surprised though if try to bring on someone like Marios Lomas, another target player. It's worked for Nashville, bringing on 2 bigger target players. See if Marios Lomas might come in here and partner up with Daniel Rios. Both teams going to a 4-4-2.
84th minute. Phenomenal response from Nashville SC. Nashville SC is looking for more to roll out of bounds. You tell the story of this game, right? It's 2-0 at the half. North Carolina FC feeling pretty good. Then a PK, but then they respond. But then another PK. Before that second PK, we're thinking standings. We're talking standings. You're thinking about those 3 points crawling closer. For sure, if the scoreline stays, it'll feel like a win for Nashville.
Yeah, it absolutely will. And they, to their credit, they have fought their way back into this game, never gave up. Coming back from 2 goals down twice here.
T. Cipollani. Austin Deleuze into space to Peebo Dewey. Dewey! Rios was there. Pickens missed it.
Yep.
Thought he was fouled. Pickens missed it. Brandon Allen, though. Well, he's checked back clean. He's been good.
He really has. He's got the 2 goals on the penalties, but he's been active the entire second half.
Yeah, you got the height of Hume and that power body of Allen, like it's wearing out that back line.
Yeah, and you got Moloto coming off of that right behind him, playing that number 10 role. It's been effective. Coach Gary Smith pulling all the right strings here in the second half.
There he is, Gary Smith. You see DeJuan Bader, assistant coach to Colin Clark, on the bench over there. 86th minute, tied at 3s. Pickens to Hume. Smith looking for Rios. Bourgeois will let it roll out of bounds. 86th minute. What are you thinking for extra time? 4 minutes?
Yeah, I think it's going to be pretty significant with that water break and a lot of the fouls and some players down. A few goals as well. 4 goals, yeah, in the second half.
How well do you know the USL? Test your knowledge in USLsoccer.com's weekly picks competition every week, and you could win tickets to an upcoming USL game of your choice. Doyle. Douay. Too far by to lose, but Shipolani is there. Shipolani, nifty little move. Shipolani late in the game, as good as he was to start it. Over to Douay, 87th minute. Shipolani will get it back. Shipolani taken down, doesn't get the foul, and Nashville will go the other way.
Tell you what, Shipolani's been fouled a lot tonight. I think that was a really good tackle from Lou Grasso on the side.
I agree. Running downhill, Reed into space.
Oh,
Allen, corner kick. Corner kick, Nashville SC.
Yeah, and with their size, those two players they've subbed on the field with Allen and Hume. And Liam Doyle come up from the back. This is going to be a tough challenge for North Carolina FC here. They got to be on their toes. They've got to mark well. They've got a challenge for everything here, but you can tell they're going to be looking for that big fella Tucker Hume. What a target he is inside the 18-yard box.
Reminding everybody it's 7:30 right here on WRAL2. It'll be the North Carolina Courage Houston Dash. We'll have a pregame show with Kurt Johnson, and then Robbie Church will join me in the booth. Corner kick, Nashville. Tambakis has it. Tambakis will try to get it started quickly. Over to Shipolani. Shipolani, perfectly squared ball to Rios. Rios has Steinberger, far side. Lovely ball. Steinberger now. He's got Guillen making an overlapping run. Guillen is there. Guillen thought he was going to first time it. Probably should have. Guillen now staying with it. Right back to Smith. Deleuze calling for it. Now Smith's going to switch it to Pivo Douay. 89th minute. Donovan Iwolo looking to check in. Give and go. Shipolani back to Steinberger. Steinberger turning. Steinberger deflected. Corner kick. Corner kick, North Carolina FC.
Yeah, great counterattack from North Carolina FC. Multiple players, Steinberger involved, T. Shipolani involved. But it's that man, Zach Steinberger, who decides to take it on his own here. Nice little spin move. Prepares it well and just gets something on target. A little deflection. Matt Pickens was a little nervous about where that ball might have gone after that deflection.
Boy, Steinberger has showed so much class in the 18 and even outside of it. He'll serve the corner kick. High ball, trying to find the athletic Fernandez. Fernandez saying that it was off of the team in yellow. The referee does not agree. So they're going to go for it here. Donovan Iwolo's going to come on for T. Shipolani. And Shipolani's going to hustle off. T. Shipolani, as good as you can play right there, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Scored that first goal, really set up the third goal as well with his defensive play, and then finding Daniel Rios. But a great shift from T. Shipolani here tonight.
'90th minute. Waiting to see how much added time we're going to have. Boy, that was Guillen trying to watch Hume. Look at Hume.
Didn't have to jump.
Minute 90. Miller's going to give it to Smith. A little bit behind him. Smith will clean it up. And it's Pivo Douay. Steinberger. 4 minutes of added time. Pivo Douay. High in the air, and they call that a throw-in or a corner? No, they're saying throw-in.
I'll take it quick.
Tough Ball bounce up to Guillen. Keeps it alive though. Smith. Steinberger. Donovan Iwolo. Rios. Now Miller looking for Deleuze.
Yeah, Iwolo's got to have his feet ready to hit that first time. Not gonna have enough time to bring it down in the box and prepare it. You got to be ready to hit it.
Long ball driven for Iwolo. Miller looking for Rios. Due is going to track it down. 3 minutes remaining here in the game. Due driven back across. Somehow got through there, Jason Gary.
It sure did. A dangerous ball.
Allen, look at the fight of number 32.
Yeah, he's been all over the field tonight. He's had a great game. Makes you think we didn't even see him. We only saw him for the second half. If he had played the first half, kind of impact he could have had.
Two and a half minutes remaining in this contest. Tied at 3. North Carolina FC, they're up 2-0. They're up 3-1. But Nashville SC has fought back to equalize. Steinberger stays with it. Steinberger low and deflected.
Oh, he just couldn't get any pace on it. He was looking for that far post. What a move he made, though, to beat the defender.
Steinberger stays down on the ground.
See here, look at that little move. Just goes right around Moloto, and he's trying to find that far post. Just doesn't quite get enough power on it. But all these players, I mean, you can see the exhaustion just setting in. Hot day, humid, 5 o'clock kick. And that's Moloto there. Fans think he's milking it a bit.
Where's Pickens?
I'm not sure. He's fired up about something, though.
Pickens still having a discussion.
Yeah, I think Mr. Gonzalez has done a good job tonight, the referee and the whole crew. Said enough of that. Tired of listening to you.
It's going to have to add on a few minutes here for sure. Thank our crew: Evan Badler, Joe Ferreira, Savannah Revel, Colin Thrash, Ian Lang, Brian Ware, Jeff Trower, Curtis Adams, and backup and Adam Noah Seidenberg. Okay, so right now you're seeing we're in the 94th. What do you think? We go 96?
Yeah, I think a minute and a half or 2 minutes he'll add on for that injury.
Fernandez first ball.
Plenty of time for one of these teams to create a scoring opportunity here.
Yeah, it looks like Nashville's content to take the tie. North Carolina FC pushing the action. Makes sense. They're 4 points south of Nashville in the standings right now.
And if you're Nashville, you'll take the tie. Sure.
Pickens hesitates. Hume comes back to help.
Yeah, I think they're going to keep him back there for the rest of this game.
Shot from distance, not a bad idea. Steinberger.
Yeah, but if you're Nashville fighting back from being down 2 goals twice today, Dean, you'll feel like it's a victory getting a tie here. Plus, you're playing on the road. Deny the team behind you the opportunity to catch up in the standings. So I think Coach Smith here will be pretty happy into the tie.
And it changes the storyline. I was talking about getting 6 out of 9, 3 in a row at home. Now it'll mean, if it stays this way, 4 out of 9. Big difference.
Yep, absolutely. They're going to have to, this thing ends in a tie, they're going to have to get work done on the road. And those 3 road games in a row coming up.
Moloto is featured prominently here in the second half. So is this man, number 32, Brandon Allen's got 2 goals from the spot. Not officially heard if they're going to give Moloto credit for that goal. Might be an own goal off of Fernandez. that third one.
Yeah, maybe. That would be a little harsh, though, I think. Offer Walito. I mean, the shot was headed on target. Yeah, I think the referee's about to blow this one. It's almost getting to that 2 minutes of over the 4 that we had.
That's going to be a corner kick. Oh, my. Corner kick, Nashville SC.
I'm going to take a stab at this thing, bringing up the big fellas right now. See if they can completely steal a victory here on the road. Brandon Allen coming up.
This might be the final play.
Yeah, I think so. I think Coach Gary Smith is going to send up the big fellas and keep 2 or 3 of the smaller guys back.
So here we go. Might be the final play of the game. Nashville SC, hand in the air. Doyle comes forward, far side, and Tambakis is there. Let's see if he gives North Carolina FC one more run. He's going to do it. Tambakis is going to boot it long. Steinberger, if he ever needed to win one, he's got to win one here. Great trap. Steinberger on it. Steinberger's got to stay with it. And a push against Steinberger, and that will do it. So how about that? North Carolina FC twice had a 2-goal lead, but Nashville comes back. The final score, 3-3.
Yeah, both teams can take some positives from this game, but I think if you're Nashville, you're happy. You fought back from those 2 goals, being down twice. And North Carolina FC has got to feel a bit deflating, not getting business done at home and getting the 3 points. Now they got a very difficult road stretch that they've got to go on here and try to get some results.
So your final score here, North Carolina FC 3, Nashville SC 3 for Evan Badler and his crew. My broadcast partners, Jason Gary. I'm Dean Linke. Little bit of heartbreak for the home team. Your final score, North Carolina FC 3, Nashville SC 3, 7:30. It's the North Carolina Courage right here.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League may not be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.